I'm Elizabeth at Literary Princess, and today I am doing a currently reading video. This is the first currently reading video of the new year. I've actually already finished 2 books, and I am currently reading 5, which seems to be the typical number for me. So let's jump right in. First up is my read for the George Eliot project. This is Scenes of Clerical Life. I am not going to talk a whole lot about this one because there will be a whole video on it, but it is 3 novellas set in the same town at different time periods, and I am currently right at the beginning of the second story, and so far it's fine. Again, there'll be a whole video about it. I don't want to give too much away right now. The only other physical book that I have to talk about today is a reread that I literally just started this morning as of filming this. This is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Jane Eyre is one of my favorite books. I'm not even sure how many times I've read it anymore, but it's a lot. I am teaching this in the Victorian unit for my British literature class, so I'm just giving it a quick reread. I have not started the actual novel yet. I am reading the introduction by somebody. Sally Shuttleworth. Don't know her. So I've owned this edition for over a decade and never read the introduction, so I thought since I'm teaching it, I'll give the introduction a read, see what it says. And based on the like little subheadings, it seems like it would actually be interesting. Talking about Lowood, talking about a new servitude at Thornfield, Bertha Mason, an uncongenial alien, Rochester, equality or enslavement. So clearly talking about the ending of the book, which I will probably be talking about with my students quite a bit. I actually had to write a whole essay on that for one of my courses where I had to read Jane Eyre. Like, what do we make of this ending? And I have thoughts on this ending. I adore this book, and I adore the quote, "Reader, I married him," but I don't know about Rochester. I don't know. I have thoughts on him. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to this. I know it's going to be 5 stars, but I'm looking forward to rereading it and having fun. The other books that I have are either on my Kindle or on audiobook. The book I'm reading on audiobook at the moment is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. This is a thriller mystery. She's the author of Gone Girl, which I read like half of and then gave up. I don't know why. I saw the movie and I really liked it. Sharp Objects is about a woman named Camille who comes back to her hometown in Missouri to report on some murders of children that are going on. And I don't know, the cover intrigued me, the summary intrigued me. Her family is weird. Her mother, Adora, first of all, is named Adora, so you know. And then she's like, don't talk to me about the murders. Just, if you're going out to talk to the police, say you're doing errands. Like, don't talk to me about anything. Everything needs to be perfect and lovely. So Camille's sister, she has 2 sisters. One who has passed away when she was a child, and then another one who is currently 13. And I can't tell, based on the narration, whether it's Emma or Amma. Like, sometimes it sounds like Emma and sometimes it sounds like Amma, and because I don't have the print book, I don't know. Could I go look it up, like, on Amazon's little sample reading? Probably. Have I? No. But she's a strange child. She's 13 years old. She's obsessed with this dollhouse that's a recreation of their house and having it be perfect and exact. She throws tantrums. But then, like, out in the regular world with her friends, she seems like a normal teenager. It's very interesting. I'm only 25-ish% into this so far, so I'm still, like, trying to figure everything out. we've just learned some big stuff about Camille, that she has an issue with self-harm. So, like, things are getting revealed very slowly about our characters. And I'm enjoying it so far. I'm listening to it while I'm walking on the treadmill at the gym and while I'm writing thank you notes for the wedding that I should have written months ago and didn't. Oops. But it's making the whole process much more enjoyable. On my Kindle, I am reading Princess Napraxine by Ouida. This is a Victorian book. I read Ouida's Moths a few years ago and adored it. Princess Napraxine has very similar concepts. It is focused on Princess Nadine Napraxine, a Russian princess who is very worldly, but also she just kind of doesn't care about anything. It's really strange. So she doesn't want love from her husband, from any of the millions of men that are in love with her. She doesn't want it. She's like, eh. She's amused by the fact that all of these guys are in love with her, but she doesn't want to engage with them. She just seems to kind of do things on a whim because she'll enjoy them, but then she doesn't enjoy them. It's very strange. As of right now, I'm only in the first few chapters. She has rented a house. I forget where. I think it's like on an island kind of near Monaco. Or maybe it's not an island. I don't entirely know, but it's near Monaco because they mentioned being able to go to Monte Carlo. But she was obsessed with renting this house, insisted she must have it, and then she gets there and she's like, oh, I don't like it. I don't think I'll stay. But then everyone's like, we knew you wouldn't stay. And she's like, well, then I'm gonna stay just so that you aren't right. But apparently there's going to be a man that's in love with her who she rejects, who ends up marrying this kind of lower class girl that gets referred to as Cendrillon, which is Cinderella in French. And then once she meets this girl, she's like, no, I need to get this guy back. So she's a horrible person, is what I have gathered so far. She's also 23. She got married at 16 to a guy way older than her. It's very interesting. I'm enjoying it so far. I like Ouida's writing. I like her characters. I like that the main character's not likable. Again, I've talked about this before. I don't need likable main characters. I want them to be interesting and preferably not annoying. But I'm really looking forward to reading the rest of this. And then the last one I have is an arc. This is the Tatami Galaxy by Tomohiko Morimi, and it is translated from Japanese by Emily Balistreri? I'm sorry. Balistreri? I don't really know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for butchering your name. So this actually originally came out in 2004, it looks like, but this English translation just came out in December, and I got an arc of it and then didn't read it in time for it to come out, so now I'm reading it to, catch up on my arcs, which I really need to do. Oops. We're not going to talk about it right now. But this is about a university student who remains unnamed and apparently experiencing all of these alternate realities that could have happened to him. I only just started this, so I'm only in the first chapter, but I'm definitely intrigued. It is billed as Groundhog Day meets the Midnight Library. I don't know the Midnight Library, but I'm familiar with the concept of Groundhog Day. So apparently it is the inspiration behind an anime series. Didn't know that. So we'll see what I think of it. I really want to read more translated literature this year. I'm planning on reading Lonely Castle in the Mirror by the author's name is escaping me right now, at some point this month too, but I need to read the Tatami Galaxy first because I have this arc and I need to review it, and I don't want to let it go too long like I have with some of my others, like Little Rabbit or Misrule, which came out in May, which I read in May and then never reviewed. You know, it's been busy. It's been a year. So that is what I am currently reading. Let me know down in the comments below. Have you read any of these? What did you think? What are you currently reading? It has been great chatting with you. I will see you soon. Bye.